Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to another class. Make sure you have a counter, a chair, somewhere, something you can hold on to in case you need it for balance, and a blue exercise ball. So start by placing the ball in between the upper inner thighs, standing up, hip width distance apart. Interlace the fingers, bend the knees, lower down, and come up. And lower down, and come up. So as you're doing just these regular squats, I know we jumped right into it. Don't forget that if you're feeling tight in your knees and your hips when you first start doing this, or even in your ankles, let your body get adjusted to it first before you start to shy away from doing these simple squats. All right. So if you feel like you can go down a little lower with the hips, great. If you can feel like you can put a little bit more weight on your heels, awesome. And as we continue to do this, you don't have to squeeze the ball unless you want to, but if you're going to do that, make sure your feet are a little closer together. All right, come all the way up onto your toes. Let's do the same thing, but now we're on our toes. Lower down and come up. So when I'm on my toes, I like to reach my arms forward just to help me with balance. That way I don't have to tilt the upper body as far forward as I normally would. And also notice that I'm going a lot slower this time around because obviously balance, don't want to fall over. So if you're doing this and you're feeling like, oh, I can't go down that low, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Go down to where you can, go at the pace that you can. Awesome, and we're going to continue. Relax. Okay, ball in between the ankles. I like to stand holding on to something because we're going to go up on our toes. Hold it there and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. So we're just doing simple calf raises. And you can't really tell because of the angle of the camera, but my heels aren't actually bearing weight when my heels lower down to the floor. Sometimes I accidentally touch the floor with my heels, but for the most part, I try to keep my heels barely above the floor as much as I can. Keep it going. Awesome, everyone. Make sure to hold on to something if you need to. And lower the heels down. Awesome, everyone. All right, grab the ball and separate your feet hip width distance, maybe wider. External rotation. Bend the knees, lower the hips down, hold the ball in front, and come up to standing. So open leg squats this time, and external rotation is what I'd love for you to have. So make sure the toes and knees are pointing to the outer diagonals as you do this. You can also squeeze the ball as you come up to standing. Hold it here, lift one heel, pulse the hips up and down with one heel. One heel lifted, I meant to say. And last one, switch. Still pulsing the hips up an inch, down an inch. If you want to squeeze the ball, you can. And lift both heels. Reach the ball forward. And exhale, rotate the upper body to the right. Exhale, rotate the upper body to the left. Continue to rotate from side to side, ideally keeping the heels lifted, maybe lowering the hips down a bit more. Again, completely up to you. And little pulses, squeezing the ball, heels still lifted. Come all the way up. And relax the arms. All right, my friends, turn to face the side, one toe pointing back. And when you're ready, reach the arms with the ball forward, lift the back leg up, and lower down. And again, lift forward, lift the back leg up, and lower down. So here the idea is that the muscles of the back side of the body are going to be working, especially as the back leg lifts, the front arms reach up. Reach the arms forward and up. Come up to standing. You can even bring the right knee in front of the hip. It does require a little bit of balance though. And relax. relax. Let's try the same thing on the opposite side. Move your legs around a bit. Left leg back, reach the arms forward and up. Lift the left leg up and lower. And lift and lower. Awesome. If you start to get like this cramping sensation in the feet or in the legs, you can always take a break. I like to bring my back leg up and into tabletop when I come to standing, and then reach the arms forward, lift the leg back, and repeat. Squeezing the ball as I bring the knee in, and relax. Shake out those legs, maybe bringing one heel up then the other, switching. Good. All right, one leg forward, one leg back, right leg back. Lower the back knee down and come straight up. Lower the back knee down and come straight up. What I like to do when I come up to standing and reach the ball over the head and give the ball a little squeeze up at the top. So involving the upper body here in any capacity is usually what I like to do when I'm doing simple exercises like this. Go ahead and switch over to the other side by simply turning, lower, and lift. So as you can see, both of my knees are bending, but I'm still putting equal weight between both of my legs, not just favoring the front leg. That's a really common thing to do. Hold it here and lower all the way down. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and sit all the way down on our mat. Use the blue ball, place it in between the ankles, reach the arms up, and exhale, arms down, chest lift, legs extend for your hundreds as you pump the arms up, pump the arms down. The higher the pump, the better. The faster the pump, the better. Extend those legs out long. If you need the legs in tabletop, please modify. Otherwise, keep the legs straight forward. The lower the better, the higher the kinder. Keep it going. Let's go last two. And one. And relax. Hug the knees in. Grab the ball, reach it up with the hands. Legs together. And press the arms down to the right. Lift the chest and up. Down to the left. Lift the chest and up. And continue to do that. You can extend the legs in the opposite direction like I'm doing here, just to get more of a twisting sensation through the torso. We've got it, team. No worries. We've got it. Hold it to the right and press the ball in the chest forward an inch, back an inch, forward an inch, back an inch. You don't have to keep the legs extended. I just am choosing to here. You can always put one hand behind the head if you need it. Otherwise, keep it going. Both hands forward with the ball. Forward an inch, back an inch. And switch other side over to the left. Forward an inch, back an inch. Forward an inch, back an inch. And bring it down, relax. Place the ball back in between the ankles. Reach the legs up, over to the right, back to center, over to the left, back to center. Now you're going to continue to do this twisting sensation from the waistline down, and then lower the legs, create a big circle with the legs, and remember to reverse the direction. So I'm drawing the circle to the right on one time, and the next time I'm drawing the circle to the left. You can always keep your knees bent into tabletop. It'll almost feel like your toes are grazing the floor, but legs extended is obviously more challenging. Legs in tabletop is a little bit kinder for the body. Please choose the type of version you want and relax. All right, kind of shaking those legs from side to side, getting the tension out. Place the ball in between the inner thighs, feet flat, hip width distance, hands down. Exhale, tuck and lift the hips into your bridge, lower down. Tuck and lift the hips up into your bridge and lower down. We've got this, team. Tuck and lift. And squeeze the ball. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze the ball, release the ball. Squeeze the ball, release the ball. You can do this with the arms up and lift the heels to add little teeny tiny pulses. Lower the hips all the way down. Hands down by your side, heels together, toes and knees apart, Pilates V. Lift your toes and lift your hips up to the ceiling, lower back down. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips up, lower back down. So your feet are flexed, you're in a Pilates V, your heels are together, and squeeze the ball, release the ball, keeping the hips lifted as you're doing this. I don't know if I mentioned that on the last time. We've got this, team. Don't mind me just checking the time. And lower the hips down. All right. Grab the blue ball, reach it forward to the toes, come up to seated. And let's come onto our side. I'm going to tuck the ball underneath my waistline. Forearms down, top leg will lift and lower, the bottom knee is bent. Just doing some quick reps here. About halfway through, team. And let's forward kick 2 times, pull back. Forward kick 2 times and pull back. The reason why I like the bottom knee to be bent is because it acts as a sort of tripod. So that way when I do forward kicks like this, I don't feel super uncontrolled. Now little rainbows. You're gonna lift up and forward, lift up and back. Lift up and forward, lift up and back. Like you're drawing a rainbow with your top leg. If your hips move around a little bit, that's not a huge issue. Please let your hips move how they naturally would. Of course, don't let it get too crazy and roll onto your back. And relax, bend the knee, bring it in. All right, feet together, feet lifted, open the top knee and close, clamshells. Open the top knee and close, clamshells. Now here, I'm still thinking about not just leaning into the ball. I'm trying to think of lifting up and away from the ball. And come all the way up. Nice. Quick turn around. Let's do the same few exercises on the other side. Remember, ball tucks underneath the waist, forearms down. Extend the top leg, bottom knee bent. Lift and lower the top leg. Quick flow, as they would say. Let me know in the comments down below if there's a time length of class that you guys really enjoy. I know on my on-demand platform, I'll leave the link in the description. I have longer classes, but let me know in the comments. I'd always like to know. All right, kick the leg forward 2 times, pull it back. Kick the leg forward 2 times, pull it back. Keep the leg lifted, keep the leg lifted. We've got this, team. And rainbows. Lower, lift forward, lift and back. Lift and forward, lift and back. Lift and forward, lift and back. All right, bend the top knee, stack it on top of the bottom with both feet, open the top knee and close for clamshells. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this on the last time, but you do want your feet to be elevated off of the floor and you want both feet to be touching at all times, even though your knee is opening and closing. You can rest on the blue ball or you can stay on your forearms. It's completely up to you. And come all the way up. Good job, everyone. Okay, you can roll that ball away. We don't need it for these last few minutes of class. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're laying down on the floor, face down. Inhale to push the floor away. Lift the chest, extend the back to where you can, maybe a little bit higher. and reach one arm back. Then reach the other, palms facing down, lift the legs. All right, from here, the arms are going to stay close to the body. Lift the arms up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. And pretend like someone's pulling your arms back. That's the type of length you want to feel throughout your upper body. Long neck, shoulders away from the ears, arms stick straight. Now switch to palms up. And now switch to palms down to the floor. Reach the arms over and pull the arms back. Reach the arms forward, pull the arms back. I like to lift my chest higher as the arms pull back. I think that's just my personal preference, but you are more than welcome to add that as well. Let's go for just a few more. And relax. Awesome, everyone. Okay, from here, hands under the shoulders. Reach the arms forward and paddle the arms and legs like you're swimming. And relax. Nice, everyone. Hands under the shoulders, press the hips up and back, downward dog position. You can move the legs, bend one knee, then the other, bend one knee, then the other, just kind of shaking things out a bit. Lower the knees down, rest, and round the spine, come up to seated, move the shoulders up, back, and down, and you guys are all set to go. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you either on my next video or my on-demand platform, link in the description down below.